everyone, before I start this video real quick, or I'm not really sure where I'm going to put this, I'm assuming at the beginning, I have gotten a lot of comments and emails from people asking where they can donate even like £2 for me to have a coffee, which is incredibly kind. So I felt kind of weird about it, and that's why I've not done anything until this point, but I thought, you know what, whatever, here we go. So I've created a PayPal account that I will put on my YouTube front page, and maybe a link in this video if I can figure out how to do that, maybe. Essentially, if you want to donate to this page and to me, you can do so through PayPal. Obviously, any amount is too nice, really. I'm not really expecting anything. But any money that is donated will go to a new camera. This beautiful beast of a thing is about 5 or 6 years old. It's not good. Yeah, he's dying. So any money donated is really just going to go towards getting a new camera that I can actually film properly with, perhaps. But obviously I'm not expecting people to donate, really. It's just if you feel like it. That's really cool, and thank you so much. And now here's the video. Hi everyone, it's me. So this week I wanted to talk more about mental health and traveling. That's it pretty much. So obviously, on a side note, I'm not a professional, and these are just my own opinions, as always, like this whole damn channel. As someone who has anxiety, traveling can be really difficult, so I've compiled some of my top tips for traveling with anxiety, and I've also talked with some other travelers about what they kind of do, and I'm just gonna mash it all together, and hopefully you can use some of these tips. So without further ado, let's go. Just a side note for anyone who's not in England, we are having such an awful heat wave. And normally I'm really excited about the summer. I love the sun, I love the heat, but not having air conditioning, I am really struggling. I am covered in sweat. It's about 30 degrees. You can hear the cars outside because I can't close the windows because it's just too hot. So I'm really sorry about this video. I'm gonna be dripping sweat. You're gonna hear a lot of stuff outside, and we're just gonna have to make do. Oh my God. I don't know if you can hear the kids screaming outside. It's like 33 degrees, and it's not even noon yet. How can you be screaming, having fun outside? I literally want to die. For those of you who don't know me, I am sort of like a anxious introvert, essentially. So traveling, I absolutely love it. Obviously, I've moved country, but it still is difficult having anxiety and trying to like get out of your comfort zone in that way. Just a really quick side note as well. Lots of times when I talk about anxiety, I get comments from people basically saying like, you're not anxious, you just need to be more outgoing. You don't look like you have anxiety, you just, need to be a bit bold. And I get that probably comes from like a good place. It's actually really harmful to tell somebody they don't have a struggle, they just need to be confident like that. Don't do that. So tip number 1, pick your travel buddy wisely. I have some friends that I can travel really well with, and I have some friends that I really just can't travel with. That doesn't mean they're any less of a friend or whatever, it's just some people are just different travelers. So if you have anxiety and you struggle traveling even as much as you love it, just pick the right travel buddy. I hope that makes sense. That made sense in my mind. Now, once you've picked the right travel buddy, you should probably be upfront with them about your particular travel style and the fact that you have anxiety. I think if you are just very much open and upfront with who you're traveling with and just be like, hey, traveling makes me really anxious and sometimes I'm gonna be irrational and I'm really sorry and I just wanna give you a heads up so it's not a big surprise. I just find being upfront like that is just really helpful, and everybody is on the same page. They understand that you're probably gonna struggle a bit, and as a friend, they'll be there to help you. They might also have an idea in their head what this trip is gonna be. Like, you're gonna be out late every night, you'll be partying it up and like doing crazy stuff. And that might be, what they're picturing. And you need to be quite upfront with whether you want that or you don't. Does that make sense? A big one for me with my anxiety is I hate connecting flights. I just don't like them. Obviously, connecting flights tend to be a bit cheaper, so if you are looking to save money, that is a valid option. But in terms of anxiety, I can't, or I really would rather not. I mean, I can, but I'd rather not. If I am traveling and I'm on that first flight, I'm gonna be thinking about the connection like the whole time, and I'll be really nervous that I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna miss it, or I'm gonna lose my bags, or like all the rest of it. And I know it's silly and it's irrational, and that's just unfortunately part of the package. So me personally, I really try to avoid connecting flights. Another thing I find that really helps with anxiety when you're traveling is to pick your must see and must do things. So pick your absolute musts and do those things, and don't rush to cram everything in. So let's say, you know, you're going to Italy and there's 5 top things that you want to see. So make those the priority, spend some time there. You know, it can be like more relaxed, and you have a plan of what you want to see, and all that's wonderful. Rather than showing up to Italy, which has like 9,000 different things to see, and trying to cram them all in, and you're like running from one thing to the next, and you're like stressed out because you got to see as much as humanly possible, and it just makes you feel like crap. So my advice is really pick your top things that you have to see, spend your holiday seeing those things, and don't try to just cram everything in. Another big one for anxiety is to stay hydrated. So I drink a lot of water. I basically drink water all day out of this dumb blue water bottle, because I just find the more that I'm hydrated, my brain is happy, I just feel better overall. The tricky thing with anxiety as well is alcohol and caffeine can set some of us off. I mean, not everybody with anxiety, but those 2 things definitely have a reaction for most of us. So it's frustrating because you're on holiday, you know, you want to sit in the cafes and have like a million lattes, and you also want to go out late at night and just drink literally everything you can see. But that in itself can really impact your anxiety. So I think the thing is just to keep in mind that you're drinking a lot of water, and just be mindful about like how much caffeine you're having and how much alcohol you're having, just so you know your brain stays happy and you stay happy. Oh my God, I have never been more sweaty. Yuck. A big thing with my anxiety is I thrive better when I have some sort of routine. It doesn't have to be like a pinpointed like this and this and this type routine, but it has to have like some sort of general idea. And when you're traveling, that can be really difficult because obviously you're in a new country, you maybe with a new language, you want to see new stuff, you're obviously not at work, so your routine is just gone. I don't know if you can hear the chickens right now. They're going nutso outside. Our neighbor has chickens. So for me, I obviously can't have a perfect routine while on holiday, but I try to do a very basic one just to make me feel a bit better. So something as simple as setting my alarm for the same time each day, so I'm getting up around the same time. Maybe I'm having breakfast around the same time. Maybe like trying to get to bed around the same time. Or something like coming back to the hotel at the same time most days, get ready for dinner, go back out, have dinner. Like just something where I can kind of like pinpoint where I'm gonna be and have some sort of routine to help my anxiety. Even the chickens are losing their mind in the heat. Can y'all just shut up for 5 minutes? I'm so sorry, this video is gonna be horrendous. I got chickens, I got cars, birds trying to get in the window, please don't. I am so sweaty, and I am just so sorry. Another big way to help your anxiety while you're traveling is to exercise, which sounds really lame, and who genuinely enjoys exercise? I don't know. Psychopaths? But for me especially, I find every day that I go to the gym, I feel so much better. Like I just have so much more energy, I feel so much more calm, my anxiety is like chilled out a bit. It's not gone obviously, but it's just like I feel so much better. So when I'm traveling, I try to get some exercise. I walk a lot, obviously. I do a lot of city breaks, so I'm constantly walking. That's really great. But even something like going to the gym at your hotel sounds really dumb, but it makes you feel so much better. So if you're like me and that you need to exercise to help your anxiety, definitely make a plan to do that. And finally, one of my biggest tips for dealing with anxiety when you are traveling is to make yourself some me time. Now, I'm very big on this. I like to socialize, I like to travel, I like to meet new people, like all that kind of stuff, but I absolutely have to have alone time, otherwise I become like a horrible human being. So when you are traveling, sometimes that is really difficult, especially like if it's you and a friend or you and a partner, like you're just together constantly. So making me time could be something like maybe a particular day your friend wants to do one thing and you want to do something else, and if you feel safe enough to be solo, then do that. Or maybe your friend wants to have a lie-in and wants to just sleep in late, so you go to the hotel gym, or maybe you go for a swim in the pool, or you go to a cafe nearby and you read and you just like have that chill time. I just think it's really, really helpful, especially if it's a long trip. Like that's a lot of time together, and I know personally I need that time to just recharge, and my anxiety will chill out and I'll feel better and I'll just be a better person. But those are some of my top tips for dealing with anxiety while you are traveling. If you are in the same boat as me, I feel you. It sucks. You are not alone, okay? Not alone. I hope some of these tips can help you. If you have any tips yourself, please let me know. I want to know how other people deal, because I'm always looking for positive coping mechanisms to deal with anxiety. So now I think I'm gonna just stand in the shower and never get out. Why are there so many cars out? I swear, all morning it was really quiet. I think I'm gonna do my video real quick because I got the windows open. There'll be a lot of noise, but nobody's go by recently. And then once I turn this on, every single truck in like a 5-mile radius decides to drive by my house. Why? As always, thank you guys so much for watching this very loud, sweaty video. And until next time, bye!